Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta-vrinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So the 14th chapter is about the three modes of material nature. Right? Krishna is answering questions by Arjuna. So there's only 27 slokas. We'll try to finish it in 2 or 3 sessions. Okay. So what are the three modes of material nature? I have some network issues, so I'm not running the video. Yes, the three modes of material nature. What are they?
Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas.
Yeah, goodness, passion, and ignorance. Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas, right? Okay, so the three modes of material, these are the three modes. Now, which is the mode which is above the three modes?
Shuddha Sattva.
Shuddha Sattva is also called?
Vasudeva platform.
Yeah, yes.
Vishuddha Sattva.
Yes, Preeta Mataji. So why is it called Vasudeva platform?
Because you're in pure Krishna consciousness there.
Yes.
There's no material nature. There's no influence of material nature.
No influence of material nature. We are pure Krishna consciousness in Shuddha Sattva. But why is it called Vasudeva platform? That's why is that term Vasudeva used? That's my question.
Because you've realized Krishna, I guess.
Yeah, because we can realize Vasudeva in that platform. Very good. So that's why this is called as the Vasudeva platform. Okay. So the three modes of material nature, Sattva, Rajas, Tamo Guna, is in this material world. But if there is a guna above the three modes, that is called Shuddha Sattva, or someone said pure goodness, yes, also called Vasudeva platform. Why Vasudeva platform? Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Shabditam, it is called. Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Shabditam. So that means in this platform, you can realize Vasudeva. Okay, we can realize Vasudeva. So that is Vasudeva Sarva Iti Samahatma Sudurlava. So you can realize. So the real purpose of Krishna consciousness is to understand Vasudeva, no? Because Krishna also says, Vedaisha Sarve Rahame Vayedu. So if we take the 4th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd chapter, verse 23. Here it is said, just giving a reference, Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Shabditam. Yad iyade tapuman abhavrata sattve cha tasmin bhagavan vasudevo hi atokshacho me namasa vidhyate. Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Shabda. So the Sattvam, the Vishuddha Sattvam or pure goodness is the platform. It's also called Vasudeva platform because we can realize Vasudeva. Vasudeva Shabdita. You can really realize Krishna in this platform. That's pure goodness, to realize Krishna. So it is said that Lord Vasudeva always is in pure, whoever is in pure Krishna consciousness can realize Lord Vasudeva. So Lord Vasudeva in pure Krishna consciousness can be realized in this platform. And Krishna consciousness is always pure consciousness in which the Supreme Personality Godhead known as Vasudeva is revealed. Right? Krishna is revealed without any covering. You can realize Krishna in that platform. So that's why this is called Shuddha Sattva. So in ISKCON, when you come to ISKCON, initially there's no rules. Tatrarpita Niyamita Smaradina Kala, they say. But later on, as you advance, they tell you, oh, you should avoid what? Onion garlic. Then they tell you, you should avoid tea, coffee. All these rules. And you'll be like, what? Never, nowhere else you would have heard all these rules and regulations. Why only in ISKCON all these problems? So what happens? Devotees, they try to leave because they don't want to, they didn't get the higher taste actually. All of you are so fortunate souls, Bhagyavan Jeev, because you have left all these things or on the process of leaving because of some problems at home, not all are devotees. So definitely there'll be like sometimes onions in the food and everything. But still you try to be sattvic. So this movement is basically to raise everyone from the platform of Tamoguna and Rajoguna to Sattva, then to Shuddha Sattva. So that is possible only when you follow the 4 regulative principles. No meat eating, no illicit sex, no intoxication, no gambling, all that. So the rules comes under that. So one way of making us reach the Shuddha Sattva platform is following the rules and regulations of the Sampradaya. So this will help us to transcend the 3 moods. Why are we called conditioned soul? We are all conditioned souls, no? Why are we called like that?
because we entangled with three modes of material nature, Mataji.
Very good. We are entangled by the three modes of material nature, or we are controlled, or we are conditioned by the three modes of material nature. No, so three modes will condition us or control us. So then what happens? It's like a puppet. You've seen a puppet show. Like there'll be like they are all tied, and as the controller moves, the puppet moves. So similarly, we are controlled by Sattva, Rajas, Tamoguna. There's always a constant fight between these modes. Okay, where at the time of Brahma Murta, when you're about to get up, there is Shuddha Sattvagun in the atmosphere. So when you get up, you take a bath, go for Mangalarati, chant your japa, you are coming to Shuddha Sattvagun platform. But which mode fights there? Which mode will be fighting there or pulling you more than Shuddha Sattva?
Tamoguna.
Tamoguna, the mind and everything will say, sleep, sleep, you're already tired. One day, what will happen if you don't chant on Brahma Murta? Today is Sunday, sleep over, and you're tired and you feel like again losing. So there is a fight between Tamoguna and Shuddha Sattva. But if you're determined, then what happens? No, I have to get up. And then you get up and you do your japa. So there's always a fight between all the three modes. Okay, but Shuddha Sattvagun is the pure platform. So Arjuna had asked some questions to Krishna in the 13th chapter. Now, what were they? The 6 questions Arjuna asked.
What is Kshetra and what is Kshetrajna?
Yes, very good. Kshetra, Kshetrajna. Then?
Jnana and Jnaya.
Okay.
Purusha Prakriti, Mataji. To add to
Kshetra,
that.
Kshetrajna, Jnana, Vairagya, Jnana,
Sorry.
Jnaya. Then one more.
Neyam, Mataji.
Jnana, Jnayam, Kshetra, Kshetrajna. 2 more. 2 P's. What are the 2 P's?
Prakriti and Purusha.
Yeah, I was waiting for Prakriti. So this chapter is the answer for Prakriti's question. Okay. So this is Prakriti. Okay. So these are the 6 questions asked. Kshetra, Kshetrajna, that is field of activity, that's the body. Then knower of the field of activities, that is soul and the super soul. Kshetra, Kshetrajna. Then Jnana, knowledge and wisdom, all that. Then Prakriti and Purusha. Purusha is Krishna Purushottama Yoga that we'll see in the 15th chapter. But now in the 14th chapter, Krishna is explaining the P, another P, the Prakriti. So Prakriti is completely, the 3 modes of material nature has been mentioned in this chapter. Okay, in the 14th chapter overview, we'll see the first 13 sloka about the conditioning of the soul by the 3 modes. Like how are we conditioned by the 3 modes? The 3 modes always attack us. And we've been conditioned. That's why we are called conditioned soul. Then we'll see the effect of condition by the 3 modes on 14 to 18. Then transcending the 3 modes, 19 to 27 is how we can overcome these 3 modes. Okay. So, also we saw in the previous sections that we saw Karanam Gunasanga Asya, that because we are associating with one of the 3 modes of material nature, we get different kinds of body. Like somebody who likes to sleep always. Okay, how many hours of sleep are recommended for us?
6
Normal.
hours.
6 hours, Mataji.
6 hours. Okay, 6 to 7 is good sleep actually, not more. So if you have that 6 hours sleep, then you would not do those in the japa session. So that's why we should plan accordingly and then get up. At least in the afternoon, take a nap so that you can get up for Mangalarati and you're fresh. So, but if you oversleep, some people, they oversleep like Kumbhakarna. So what happens to them? Because they're associating with Tamoguna, they will be given a animal body next life. Some animals go for hibernation. It's called hibernation, where 6 months they sleep.
Yes,
Like
Mataji,
bear or
bears do
something.
that. Yes.
Yeah, bear.
Yes.
So it's like Karanam Gunasangasya. When we associate with that particular mode of nature, then next life we will get that particular body. So in ISKCON, not in ISKCON, any Sampradayas, we are actually following the rules and regulations to ways to Shuddha Sattva platform so that we get a human form next. Because only in a human form can we do devotional service and go back to Godhead. So the conditioned soul of Kshetrajna is distinct from material nature of Prakriti, but we are entangled, we are trapped by it. Okay, so we'll see how this 3 modes is actually entangling us. Okay, so Prabhupada speaks. Can anyone read this? Hare Krishna.
May I, Mataji?
Yes.
Yes, as I have told you, there are three kinds of modes of material nature. One is goodness, one is passion, and one is ignorance. So ignorance is the lowest quality, passion is still better than ignorance, and goodness is the highest good quality within this material world. And one has to transcendent even goodness. Then he can go to the Krishna conscious platform. So one should not remain on the platform of passion. He should try to rise on the platform of goodness, and from there he should try to be promoted in Krishna conscious. This is one method, but if you take to Krishna conscious directly, then automatically you transcend the platform of ignorance, passion, and goodness. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. So what is Prabhupada saying here? So he is saying that if one is in goodness, one will be in passion, one will be in ignorance, but ignorance will be the lowest. Okay. Passion is much better, but not the highest. And then there is a goodness. But in goodness also we should transcend. Why? Why is goodness also not so good?
Because one can go to a higher stage of
Yes,
purification,
definitely. We
Mataji.
can go to a higher taste. Okay, what else?
It also binds us in this material world only, Mataji.
Yeah, it will bind us in this material world. We think it will deliver us. No, it will not deliver us. With what will goodness bind us?
Golden chain, Mataji.
Yeah, it's a
It
golden
binds-
chain. Very good. So which is silver, which is iron?
Passion is silver and ignorance is iron chain.
So chain is chain, no? Even if it's a gold chain or iron chain, chain is chain. So, but then, so that means goodness also will bind us like a golden chain, means it gives us a lot of happiness and knowledge. So with happiness and knowledge, goodness also will bind us in this material world. We cannot break the shackle and go away. Okay. So we should reach, Prabhupada says, we should go to Krishna consciousness. That's a platform of Shuddha Sattva. If you take the Krishna consciousness, then normally, what naturally we can transcend the three modes of material nature, because the rules and regulations is in such a way. That's why after first initiation or Harinam initiation, you're giving Brahmanic initiation. So in Brahmanic initiation, what happens? The Prabhus are given the Brahmanic thread, Matajis and Prabhus both are given the Gayatri mantras. So cleanliness become part of our life, because we have to take a bath, then chant the Gayatri mantras. So and then you're following the rules and regulations and everything. So you're naturally rising to the platform of Shuddha Sattva. So that will help us to to get over of the entanglement of the three modes of material nature. So in the first two slokas, Sri Bhagavanu Vaja Parambuya Pravikshyami Jnananam Jnanamuttamam Yajnatva Munayas Sarve Param Siddhim Ido Gataha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, again I shall declare to you the supreme wisdom, the best of all knowledge, knowing which all the sages have attained the supreme perfection. So Krishna is saying that I will tell you that knowledge, and by knowing this, you can reach to supreme perfection. Itapnyanam upashritya mamas sadharmayam akada sarge api nopajayante pralayena vyatanticha. By becoming fixed in this knowledge, one can attain to the transcendental nature like my own. Thus established, one is not born at the time of creation or disturbed at the time of dissolution. What do you mean by that? Not born at the time of creation. Yes.
When we take initiation, that only it is real birth, I feel, Mataji.
Okay, that is real birth. But here it is saying by knowing this knowledge, like Krishna is going to tell about the three modes of material nature. So by knowing this knowledge, one is not born at the time of creation, not disturbed at the time of dissolution. What do you mean by that? That's what I want.
Are we the spirit soul, Mataji? That's
Yes.
why.
Yes, we'll realize that we are spirit soul and not this body. So what happens? You are not born at the time of creation because you are eternally existing, right? Spirit soul eternally exists. And at the time of dissolution, what happens? We don't die because we are the soul doesn't die. The material body degenerate. Like, for example, Parishad Maharaj, when he was, everyone knows how Srimad Bhagavatam came into being. Like, how did it start? Because you after Bhakti Shastri, you'll be going to Bhakti Vaibhav. So first canto Srimad Bhagavatam. Anybody knows? Tinka Mataji?
Yes,
What
yes,
happened? What is
Mataji.
that story?
Yes, Mataji.
Happened?
One day, King Parikshita was going through the forest. He reached the Srungi Muni's ashram, and
Yes.
he was very thirsty. He asked for water, and as the rishi was on deep meditation, he could not answer. So a dead snake he put on his neck, by which his
Yes.
son got angry and cursed Raja Parikshit. Within 7 days, Takshak will come and bite you.
Yeah. So, who is that? So, Parikshit Maharaj, he is the grandson of whom?
No, Arjuna.
Arjuna. He was
Mr. Maharaj.
Arjun. Parikshit Maharaj is the grandson of Arjuna. So Parikshit Maharaj, yes, he was thirsty and he put a snake on the neck of Shamiga Rishi, and his son Shringi cursed him that within 7 days he'll die. So in the 7 days, what he wanted to do is he wanted to go near the near Ganges, and he was trying to hear Srimad Bhagavatam from Shukadeva Goswami. So at that time, when Shukadeva Goswami asked, after telling Srimad Bhagavatam for 7 days, Parikshit Maharaj, are you scared of death? So Parikshit Maharaj is like, I was not born to die. I mean, I didn't even took a birth. How will I die? That means he understood that he's spirit, soul, and he's not this body. So Krishna says, after you know the knowledge of this three modes of material nature, you know that you're not this body, a spirit, soul. So you're neither born at the time of creation, nor destroyed at the time of dissolution. Which is as sloka says, Nainam chintanti shastrani, Nainam dahati pavaka, Nachedyam anti kleshepyo, Nashyoshayidi maruta. So the soul cannot be cut with the knife and burned in the fire and all that. So Krishna, okay, in the first two slokas, Krishna glorifies pure knowledge, and he's saying what is the result of attaining that knowledge. The knowledge explained in this chapter is proclaimed by the Supreme Lord to be superior to the knowledge given so far in all other chapters. By understanding this knowledge about material nature, various great sages have attained perfection and they got transferred to the spiritual world. The Lord is now explaining the same knowledge in a better way. This knowledge is far, far superior to all other process of knowledge thus far explained, and knowing this, many attain perfection. Thus, it is expected that one who understands this 14th chapter will attain perfection. Okay? Because you know about the three modes of material nature. Mama yonir mahat brahma tasmin garpam tadamyaham sambhava sarva bhutanam tado bhavati bharata. The total material substance called Brahman is the source of birth, and is that Brahman that I impregnate, making possible birth of all living beings, O son of Bharata. So Krishna is a father, the seed-giving father. Aham bija pratapita, Krishna says. Sarva yonishu kaundeya, like he is a seed-giving father. And who's the mother? Prakriti, or the material nature. Why do we say Prakriti is the mother? In what way she is the mother?
Because she
Yeah,
nourishes
because
us
living
with
in
all the Panchabhutas.
Okay, then Prabhu was saying something.
yeah,
Is
because
it-
Mataji, through material nature, living entities enter into this material world.
Yeah, so through the material, through the living, three modes of material nature, the material nature is the one who is actually supplying the body. Krishna decides which body we should take, or Krishna deposits the soul, but the material nature is the one who is giving us the body. But she alone cannot give the body. Like alone, a girl cannot produce a child. Or also it is said about the rice and the scorpion. Does anyone know the analogy of rice and the scorpion? It's given in the second para of this verse 14.3. Very important analogy of
Mataji,
Shastri.
the scorpion lays eggs in the rice,
Yeah.
and then the little scorpions are born. But that doesn't
Yes.
mean the rice is the mother of the scorpions.
Yes.
It is the scorpion itself.
Yeah. So similarly, material nature looks like giving us the body, but she is not the real mother, or she alone cannot do it. She's not independent. So Krishna becomes the father, or from Krishna decides, or he sanctions. Okay, he impregnates with the seed of living entities into the three modes of material nature. Okay, so the Mahatattva, that is total substance of material cause, in which the three modes of material nature is there, and resulting in innumerable universes. And Krishna just glance and creation can happen. Okay, and then it will be different universe, different living infinite. And Krishna's superior and inferior energies enters into each universes. Okay, and Krishna's superior energy and inferior energy is the material nature. Superior energy is the living entity. Now all living entity, 8.4 million species are born. Okay, and different Sarvayonishika Veya or Karanam Guna Sangasya. But it's a material nature who gives us this body. So we'll have a group discussion, discuss the relevance of the text 14.3 and 4 in current social, moral, and environmental issues. Okay, 4 says, it's a very important sloka. Sarvayonishakam Deya Muktaya Sampavandiya Tashan Brahma Mahatyunir Aham Bija Pratapita. Krishna says, Aham Bija Pratapita, he is a seed giving father. It should be understood that all species of life, or son of Kunti, are made possible by birth in this material nature, that I am the seed giving father. So what is this relevance? Like when Krishna says, I'll give a clue of this breakout room. When Krishna says he is the seed giving father, that means what? All living entities are brothers and sisters. So universal brotherhood, something related to that. And can you just talk on current social, moral, and environmental issues? And after that, we'll have our attendance posted. So I'll start a breakout room. Just go through 14.3 and 4 perfect. Okay. And just speak about current issues. Hare Krishna, everyone. So who's speaking from Nom number 1? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes.
We were discussing about, the Krishna is the seed giving father, and Mahatattva impregnates Brahma with the 24 elements, and the living entities are being born. But the minute because it's while the child is in the mother's womb, is still Krishna's superior energy. But the minute the child born, it comes to this material world, human being, then it forgets his constitutional positions. And as the child grows, human being, is the lack of knowledge. That lack of knowledge that keeps us separate. That what is our constitutional position, why we are, and what is our purpose in this life. And what's happened that leads to the sense gratification, greed, lust, dishonesty, false ego, I'm the doer, and in a mode of ignorance, passions, uh, the humans, they started to have a sense gratification. In ignorance, there were harmful actions, this like a corrupt practice, a social disorder, Varna Shankara progeny, because there is no sense of why they are here, or what is their purpose in this life. But when you come to the Krishna conscious, the knowledge, it elevates you, from your current position, and then the things revealed to you by your Shiksha Guru, your Diksha Guru, your devotees in the Bhagavad Gita, and then you know why you here, what is your purpose in the life. So when we have that purpose, then we think and we see Krishna is in everything and everywhere. And even though if something is happening, we are, rather than having creating these social distances and social divisions, we accept the things they are, and this I'm not the doer, and there is a uh, Krishna's doing this, I'm not the doer, and we don't have that greed and a lack of respect, and the we don't create, the person in the Krishna conscious don't create this gender and race issues, like not willing to compromise, and won't be have this war and a social injustice in the society, because the devotees, they are on a mode of goodness, and this is how they see the world, through Krishna's teaching, the Guru's teaching. And so there won't be any that many like a social and moral indifference, because although there's only one seed giving father Krishna, but not having this Krishna conscious knowledge, or if I say the lack of knowledge, that is creates all this social imbalance in society, in injustice, moral, and the war, and the theft, greediness. But coming into that Krishna conscious platform, then the person have this moral and social duty, as well as a spiritual duty, so that is what we were thinking about. If I have made any mistake, any point, team, can anybody wants to chip in, please?
Yes, Mataji. One more thing which we discussed in the group, that as Krishna is the seed-giving father, and we discussed that the material nature and the living entities. Living entities are marginal potency of the Lord. So by nature, we are superior to the material nature. And because of this tendency, we try to exploit the material nature. That's what we are doing here. And but when we understand that Krishna is the seed-giving father, and he's the ultimate, and he's the original Purusha, so he's the real enjoyer, then this tendency of our exploiting this material nature and basically exploiting the environment will reduce. So in this way, the third point of covering what we have discussed in here, that environmental issues will also be resolved. And Mataji also said about the social and moral issues, which were, when we understand the common fatherhood, that Krishna is the seed giving father, then we don't indulge on these all these activities.
Yes, Prabhu. Okay. So what about room number 2? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Sorry
Yes.
Mataji, I'm on the way after finishing temple service. If any noise, please excuse me Mataji.
Yes, yes.
I was unable to hear any other team member's voice, but I want to convey my points, Mataji. Actually, Krishna is seed-giving father, so he is father for entire universe. So what we are fighting, for the piece of land or borders at the, country's border level, and so many wars, nuclear wars happening, and there are a lot of color racism, and you're black, I am white, like that, and this couldn't be happening. And among the family also, like regarding the property also, we fight, and we don't maintain the relationship, and we are not having the honesty, or we are so much of having greedy and miserness, and so we fight for simple silly things, and which is very temporary, and it is not belongs to us, everything belongs to Krishna. But we fight with our our ignorance, because of our ignorance we fight for all simple things about land and water, and even for like even in the space also, for the satellites and all these things, issues are happening around the world. And if we have to maintain the peace or something, we should consider that we are all are kids of our Krishna. He is the supreme lord, and we have to be maintaining that peace among everyone, and everybody is kids of Krishna, and we have to have that brotherlyhood among ourselves. We should not fight for silly things, and we have to know our ultimate aim and going back to the Lord and supreme abode. So we have to know the real intelligence, which is also coming from Krishna. Intelligence and my material body and everything is given by Krishna only, but we fight for silly things. We should not be like in this condition, and we have to follow like whatever the Krishna is giving, and whatever he is teaching through Bhagavad Gita and all Vedic scriptures, and we have to maintain that peace, and all the Krishna consciousness develop in all the living entities, and go back to Godhead, Mataji. That is what my understanding for this purport, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, what about room number 3? Yeah, Venugopal Prabhu, you want to add something?
Just now I entered. No idea about that.
Okay.
Just now I entered. This class, when did it start?
Oh, if you're not in the class, Venugopal Prabhu is not from our Bhakti Shastri, no, Mataji?
No, Mataji.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu Mataji. I'm from
Yes, yes.
Yes, so nowadays our social issue of poverty, inequality, education, all
Yeah, Mamta Mataji.
Yes. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, continue.
Yes. Now these are social issues are we have a poverty, inequality, and education and gender equality. These are the issues. But while reading this, we know that when we see the other poor people and inequality, when we see that those people and think that they are the part and parcel of God, so then we can help them, right? And we change our thinking, and we think that they are our brothers and sisters. So in this way, we can encourage them, help them, and and we can solve this social issue. And education, people nowadays, people don't have education. They don't know what their dharma is. If we promote our spiritual education in the schools, and when they know that, and then they will, then they will know why they are in this birth and but and that's chakra, why they are poor, or why the problems are coming to them. So in this way, these things can also help. Like this Bhagavad Gita shloka tells that they will know that Krishna is our father, this is our previous karma, and everything. That's why I think that's happening too. Or gender equalities are also because we now, by reading this shloka, we know that everybody is a Istri, right? Everybody is and the only Purusha is the God. So then we won't treat all the women, there are issues with the women, and they're not equally treated, and all that. In this way, we respect, and all the women will get respect, and that's how we can solve the issue, by teaching them, right? So in this loka tells them, and the moral, the people have, the people don't have a moral, will get a moral by studying this Gita. And our policy will be same, right? Because this everything helps, because when we get the knowledge, right? So right now our morals are going so down, we don't know what's right or wrong, and we don't know live in harmony. So by reading Gita, by teaching and preaching, we will have our moral and ethical behavior uplift, right? The environment, we know that everything is coming from Krishna, and if we see the air is, when the Krishna says that I am the taste of the water, the air, and so then we will respect that. When we see drink water, we feel that this is water, and we want to waste it. Like nowadays, we waste so much water. People just use it. They don't think about that. We have to preserve it. When we look at everything in every place, and this is a part of Krishna, so we will have respect for the nature, we will have respect for the people. So I think that's how we can help the society. That's what I thought, and that's what we discussed. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay. So the attendance link is the chat. Okay. Okay. So we saw other social, moral, and environmental issues to relate to when Krishna says Aham Bija Pratapita. Okay. So we'll continue from here. Okay, so this is how the three modes of material nature is divided. Okay, from sloka 5th to 18, we can see the different modes. I'll just give you a quick idea of how the three modes are divided. Then we'll stop. The mode of goodness, okay, there'll be a binding force. Even we were speaking that mode of goodness also will bind us like a golden shackle, as Mataji said, but with the sense of happiness, satisfaction, knowledge, and superiority. Mainly happiness and knowledge will bind us in the mode of goodness. And what happens? It eliminates the gates of the body with knowledge and frees one from sinful reaction. So those in the mode of goodness are Sattvagun. They're not so sinful, but they have knowledge. But thing is, they're still in this material world. And they are like an example of philosopher, scientist, or a poet. And the destination is they go to higher planets because they did a lot of punya. They go to heavenly planets. Then what is the destination? What happens when you go to heavenly planet? What happened to that soul?
They enjoy and when all their karmas gets over, again they take birth.
They come back. Shrine Punya Martyalogam Vishanti. Once the punya is over, they come back. So again take birth. So that means again Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. So it's pure knowledge is there and elevation to higher planets. The problem is one become conditioned to feel one is advanced in knowledge and better than others. And passion or Rajogun, their attachment, fruitive activities. They are so passionate, greedy, intense, unlimited desires and longings. Great attachments to fruitive activities are there. And such a person, like a man attached to honor, society, attached to wife, children, house, ati sneha, like attachment is there, affection is there for all of us, but ati sneha is not good. And attaining, that means not bothering about spiritual life, always just thinking, aham mamedi, everything is mine. So, and the destination is, they go to earthly planets again, they take birth again and again. So there is misery, there is greed, and earthly planets. Okay, they take birth in earthly planets again and again. So what happens in the ignorance, will go back to that later. Ignorance is madness, laziness, and oversleep. There's delusion and illusion, darkness, madness, and inertia. So the embodied soul in ignorance is a person acting whimsically, and they take birth in lower planets. Atala, Sutala, Rasatala, Talatala, Patala, all these things. And the person is foolish, mad, there is illusion, there is life in hellish planet. So what does Prabhupada says? Prabhupada say about working in the three modes. In order to please his wife, children, society, and to keep up his prestige, one has to work. Therefore, the whole material world is more or less in terms of passion. Modern civilization is considered to be advanced in the standard of mode of passion. Formerly, the advanced condition was considered to be in the mode of goodness. But if there is no liberation for those in the mode of goodness, what to speak of those who are entangled in the mode of passion? Under the spell of ignorance, one cannot understand a thing as it is. For example, everyone can see that his grandfather have died. Therefore, he will also die. Man is mortal. But the children that he conceives will also die. So death is sure. It says now, as sure as death. Means death is sure. Still, people are madly accumulating money and working very hard all day and night, not caring for the eternal spirit. This is madness. In their madness, they are very reluctant to make advancement in spiritual understanding. Such people are very lazy. When they are invited to associate for spiritual understanding, they are not much interested. And they feel like, who will go to temple, who will go for a class? Now they go for sense gratification. So that is madness actually. Okay. So we'll stop here. Okay. That about the three modes in brief. Okay. I'll so in the yeah. So Krishna says, Sattvam Rajastama iti guna prakriti sambhava nivadnati mahabaho dehe dehi namavyam. So material nature consists of three modes: goodness, passion, ignorance. When the eternal living entity comes in contact with nature, O mighty Arjuna, he becomes conditioned by three modes. Or we become entangled by the three modes. That's why we are called conditioned soul. So what about Sattva? Tatra sattvam nirmalatva prakasham anamayam sukham sangena badnati jnana sangena chanaka. So the mode of goodness, being pure than others, is eliminating and free us from all sinful reaction. But those who are situated in the mode of goodness become conditioned by the sense of happiness and knowledge. So in what Sattvagun will bind us? Knowledge and happiness. So happiness and knowledge will bind us in the mode of Sattva. What about Rajo? Rajo ragatmakam vidhi Krishna sangha samudbhavam tannibnanadi kaundeya karma sangena dehina. So mode of passion is one of unlimited desires and longingness. Because of this, the embodied living being is bound to the material nature. So goodness will bound us with happiness and knowledge. Passion will bound us with desires and longings. Tamoguna, tamastva ajnanajam vidhi mohanam sarvadehina. Pramadalasya nirapis bharata. So know that the mode of darkness, born of ignorance, is the delusion of all embodied living beings. The result is that madness, intelligence, and sleep will bind their conditioned soul. So goodness will bind goodness, that is happiness, and knowledge will bind in goodness. Desires and longings will bind in passion, and madness, ignorance, and sleep, intolerance, and sleep will bind us in tamoguna. Sattam suge sanjayati rajah karmani bharata jnanam avritya tu tama ramadi sanjayada uda. Osana Bharat, the mode of goodness, condition one in happiness, passion, condition one in fruitive actions, and ignorance covering one's knowledge binds to madness. So we'll stop here. We'll continue with Sloka 10 next week. Like how there is a constant rivalry between the three modes. Okay. And what happens to the destination. So everything 5 to 18 I have summarized in the tabular column, but in detail we will take next class. Okay. Already late. Hare Krishna, anything to add? So you understood Sattva, Rajas, Tamoguna a little bit. Okay, we'll see more on that, how it is conditioning furthermore. Okay. So this
Mataji,
is
can I ask you a silly question, please?
Yes, mother. Just see this picture, all of you. Yeah, 1 second. So this goodness is the golden shackle. Then passion is like silver, and iron is ignorance. But shackle is shackle. Everything what binds us in this material world. Yes, Nandita Mataji.
Mataji, all the cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam were spoken in 7 days by Shukdev Goswami, is it?
Yeah, day and night. Parishad Maharaj didn't even take a water break or anything. He was fasting the 7 days, and day and night, 24 hours it was going on. And that was, yeah. So like, for example, how the whole 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 700 slokas were said by Krishna in how long it took for Krishna?
45 minutes, Mataji.
Yeah. 45 minutes. Somebody tried to chant all the 700 slokas in 45 minutes. They could not succeed. So I think they took 1.5 hours, something. But that's the record, the highest. But still, they could not do it. So we cannot. Shukadeva Goswami is the parrot of Radharani. It's transcendental. Okay. So it's like there is no translation and purports. Translation purports are given by the acharyas. It's just the sloka, Mataji. They just go on like a song, no? They sing the sloka. It's just the sloka. So yes, 18,000 slokas in 7 days, day and night, 24 hours, because it says Parikshit Maharaj took a vow that he will not, because he had thirst, he did that bad thing of putting the dead snake around Shamika Rishi. So he took a vow that he will not drink even a drop of water. And Shukadeva Goswami is already liberated soul. He's transcendental. So he was also sitting there, and 24 hours, everybody forgot about eating and sleeping and all, and they were reciting Bhagavatam. That's what I decided.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Mausami Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dandavat Pranam. Mataji, we talked about like Sattvagun, so that we can't go back to Godhead in Sattvagun. So how we develop this, like to be Suddha Sattva or something? How we
That's
develop?
Developing Shuddha Sattvan is this process. The process of chanting Hare Krishna is actually taking away all our anartha nivrittis. That's why I said in the beginning of the class, the 4 regulative principles will take us to Shuddha Sattvagan, Mataji. Okay, slowly it will take us. Slowly, it's not like a sudden process. It's a slow process. Slowly we give up meat eating, right? So when you give up meat eating, you are overcoming tamoguna. Then you give up onion, garlic, tea, coffee, you are overcoming rajoguna. You understood? Then you reach sattva. Then little more advanced. Then you maintain cleanliness, you take a bath, before you come to DT kitchen. So many rules. You can't even enter the bathroom. Like even if you enter just to wash your hands, still you consider muchi. Then if you eat prasadam with the same dress, you cannot enter the kitchen. You are muchi. Again, you have to take a bath and change the dress. So many things. So slowly, where are we going? We are going to Shuddha Sattvagun. You understood? Cleanliness is a part of Shuddha Sattvagun. So like that, slowly. It will take time, but the thing is following the process. And like for example, mushrooms are not taken by these ISKCON devotees because mushrooms grow in a filthy place, no? There's kind of a tamoguna, it says. So slowly we are actually, and prasadam, when we take prasadam is what? Shuddha Sattvagun, right? It is Shuddha Sattva. It's not even Sattva. Prasadam is Krishna himself. It's Krishna personified in the sense, the mercy form. So when you take prasadam, the consciousness become pure. You become, and the Harinam, Gologera Premadan Harinam Sankirtan. This Harinam is not from the material world. That means what? It's in Shuddha Sattva. Then we do some deity service. When you do something, cooking for the deity, some service, always in Krishna. When you read Shastras are not in Sattvagun, it's Shuddha Sattva. So when you keep associating with Krishna's name, form, quality, pastime, then slowly that Shuddha Sattva will come to you. Like for the example given is bell metal. When it's put with mercury, it becomes gold. So similarly, you keep associating with Krishna because Krishna himself is in Shuddha Sattvagun. Anything related to Krishna is also in Shuddha Sattvagun, and slowly that will come to us. But it takes time because we are in the material world. Definitely these shackles are, how much ever we cut it, there will be a little bit of shackling there in this material world. But by the process of Krishna consciousness, we can overcome that. Understood?
Mataji, so only Sattva, Rajo and Tamo in this material world, and Visuddha Sattva is like Vaikuntha, like Krishna.
Yeah, kind of in the spiritual platform. That's a spiritual platform. But we can also attain that platform in the material world also. Like, for example, Srila Prabhupada is always in Shuddha Sattvagun, right? So like pure devotees, they're always in Shuddha Sattvagun. So within the material world also, devotees can be in Shuddha Sattvagun. Means they are not affected by the three modes. But it takes time to reach that platform. But yes, Shuddha Sattva is in spiritual world, as he said. It's not in this material world. It's beyond the three modes. Okay. Yes, Raghunath. Okay, Hare Krishna. Can you unmute, Prabhu? You had
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
How Parishit Maharaj died, Mataji, at last?
So that's all we'll learn in Bhakti Vaibhav. So what happens is Takshak will come. It's like a snake bird. After 7 days of hearing Bhagavatam, the Takshak will come. But before that, Parishit Maharaj with his Ichcha Mrityu, in the sense like Bhishma Dev left, no? So similarly, Parishit Maharaj's soul would have already gone back to Godhead. But the Takshak girl, since it's a curse by a Brahmana, it will come, the snake, and it will bite the body. Just the body it will bite, but the soul have already gone. So he have already transcended, Prabhu. The Vishnu Dudas will come and take him back because he after hearing Bhagavatam, he become liberated because he heard it from Shukadeva Goswami. He was cursed because this curse happened just so that Srimad Bhagavatam could come out. Like, for example, how Arjuna lamented in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna normally doesn't lament, but Krishna made it happen so that Bhagavad Gita could be spoken. Okay, so this is just a pastime of Krishna to bring Bhagavatam, but Parishit Maharaj actually left before that. Means he became liberated by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Yes, Mataji?
Mataji, sorry for a little question. Like, Mataji, then when Parishit Maharaj get time to explain his mother Uttara, like Brihad Bhagavatam, Mataji? Is there time left?
Brihad Bhagavatam? Brihad Bhagavatam is by Sanatana Goswami, no?
I don't know. I think he explained something like Uttara, I think, Parishit Maharaj.
I don't know, Madhavi. You have to ask senior devotees. I don't know. Okay.
Maybe you can Kapil Devi, who Devuti Mataji.
That is different.
I listen.
I don't know. Okay, Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you for joining. Vancha kalpadrupasya kripasya padidana bhavneva vaishnavi Gaudiya Vaishnavi ki jai. Shri Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.